All right, hi, here we go. Let's let's train you guys. Some of you guys in the comments have been asking for programs to train under, and typically I charge for that to develop programs for people. But let's just do it this way. I'll give you a weekly workout. How about that? How about a weekly workout? I think that's a good idea. Let's do a weekly workout. So here's my workout for this week. We're gonna hit stop shots, and we're gonna try to hit 3 in a row to have it stick and stop. It has to be touching if you replace the next ball, okay? And it's a little bit of a workout. And let's just say I gotta get 2 in a row to move on to the next level. It's progressive. And then after I go through this level to back here, I'm gonna go to here, up table, up table, up table. And I like going up table, and the reason why is because this distance is equal to this distance, equal. So there's really no difference in the strike of the cue ball. It's all just the additional distraction of having the object ball be farther away from the pocket, obviously, because here we're not worried about pocketing the ball. Here, pocketing the ball comes into play, so it's just a nice, calm workout. Okay, so when I'm doing this is meant to be part biomechanics, okay, part physics and part no geometry, just physics, okay? So it's gonna be because there's no angles here, there's no geometry. So it's just biomechanics and physics, and I'm probably gonna lean more, I don't know, I'll kind of go between them both and sort of feel what's going on while I'm doing this. And I'll look for the information. The cue ball is what's gonna give us the information, and the object ball. So it's gonna be where the ball enters the pocket for thickness, and also where this cue ball ends up afterwards will be the thickness, because hitting it with unintended spin is not why that went off to the right. It went off to the right, my right, your left, because I cut the ball. So if I hit the ball straight with that spin, it'll stay in its position, right? That's a pretty elementary thing, but I think sometimes people don't understand that concept. And basically, the way I look at spin is spin starts affecting the ball once it touches a rail. See how it changes the angle and things like that, and affects the energy a little bit. So I'm gonna look for spin on these shots as unintended side spin, and that's going to have somewhat to do with it's going to have everything to do with the strike on the cue ball, okay? Meaning, there's people, I got a stroke flaw, no big deal. But what I'm saying is, I'm not really worried about that when I am playing and practicing. I'm concerned about it, I'm thinking of it, but it's not an obsession for me. And I would suggest that if a person gets obsessed with their stroke and their stroke flaws, everyone that I've seen with a stroke obsession has killed their game, okay? And has killed their development. And I'll just save you that, because I've been watching it for 2 years. And what I'm saying is, yes, mechanics are important. I did a podcast on it if you want to go look, but it's not everything. And we can play through some flaws. It just takes a little longer, and whatever, we're not going to do another podcast. So I'm going to look a little bit at a little twist on the cue ball. I'm going to look at thickness, and basically that's it. And I'm just going to use this workout to try to get accurate with my strike. So actually, from this close, I would do an open bridge, and I'm just going to have a tiny little stroke and try to get it to stick and accelerate. Okay, and that one squirted off to the right. It's nearly frozen, okay? It's actually pretty straight, so I'm gonna consider that a great shot and move on. Do it again. Consider that a great shot and move on. It's stuck. It's right on there. There's no spin, there's no nothing. It's very quiet, okay? Now, it gets a little bit tougher. It's a little farther away, so we gotta have a little longer stroke, a little more length in our stroke, that same low strike. Okay, so I look at it and I assess put it back, and now I look at it and say, okay, I came back about 3 inches. And for me, I did not hit the ball too low, I hit the ball too hard. Because I want that thing to, I want my goal with hitting this, and you can have your own goal. If you want to slide it all the way and pound it, that's totally fine. I'm trying to develop the lowest possible strike at the lowest possible acceleration. And that's, to me, what I'm trying to do. That back slide stick, very quiet, very sticky, very nice. And I'm hitting it extremely low, and that's a perfect shot for me, for my liking. And that's what I'm trying to do. So on the one that I drew it back, I didn't think aim higher and hit it that hard. I stuck with keep that low strike for that draw, but hit it with less energy, meaning a shorter lever. So, and that's learning about the physics, right? I'm just trying to slide and stick it like that. I'm trying to have it, there's 2 in a row. And that's what I'm trying to do is 2 in a row, very calm, very pure. And it's going to go back, back, back physics. And then it's going to slide stick at the very end. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do this, okay? This is not the way I want it to look. That's not the stop shot I'm trying to hit. That stop shot, for me, does not build my game. It doesn't build a King Kong break, a really big stroke, all these things that I'm trying to build. And I'm not going to get into it too far down the rabbit hole because it's another time for another discussion. But basically, I'm trying to get my lever to be correct, and I'm trying to hit it as low as I can with the least amount of effort as I can for the most accuracy I can generate. So now we go back and we got to have a little longer lever, but we still want it to be quiet and sticky. And that was close, okay? It came back about not enough to put my finger through there. And so I go back. There's no left or right issues. I'm going in the center pocket. So I pay attention, I stop and I say, okay, I like where it's going from a straight standpoint. I just need to be a little bit softer, a little bit. And that one might have rolled forward. Yep, rolled forward about a tiny bit of rotation. So I don't need to hit it. I gotta hit it lower, and I gotta make sure I accelerate and snap. It gets tougher for me when I get at this distance. Maybe I'll like it if I open. Nah, I don't think I like that. So I'll start again. Okay. Same thing, I'm getting a little deceleration, and it's causing it to lose its backwards spin, and it's spinning for less time. So I'm reviewing the physics in my head. It's spinning for less time than it needs. It should be spinning for a little bit longer before it gets to the ball. And it's not that, I mean, I can hit it harder if I like, and I might need to with that acceleration, but it's not automatically just hit it harder. It's not decelerate. Okay, it's close. I'm still moving forward about a ½ inch, maybe an inch. And these aren't terrible shots. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm not frustrated. I'm not panicking. I'm not worried. I'm not like, oh, I should be able to hit this shot every single time. Sticky, sticky, sticky. It's like, no, I'm just here and I'm learning with you guys. Okay, we'll try it again. I think I need to go a little lower with that same stroke. A little lower. There it is. And that was a little bit harder. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit harder. It stuck nice. Center strike. Not left or right. I'm breathing into the mic. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now I'll do it again. Lower, lower, lower. Accelerate. Okay. Rock forward. All right. So now is in the training where I've hit a bunch of shots and I've been rocking forward, but I found the right shot. And there's no frustration, there's no embarrassment, there's no nothing. It's just learning, right? So what I'm trying to do is low accelerate at the right speed. I'm not gonna just all of a sudden change everything drastically. I like that. That was close. That one was, oh, I could make a case for it almost. And it's a little bit off to the right. So I lost my left and right thickness because I got really dialed on the mechanics of it, which can happen, okay? So then the reason why I'm hitting these simple shots is that if I'm off on this tiny little shot, now if I extend that over a 7-foot stop shot, it's gonna be a lot more exaggerated. So I'm doing these short little shots to develop my thickness, and I gotta aim a little bit more left and then low and accelerate. There it is. Nice. Perfect stick. Put it right back. Left or right was good. Good enough. I'm gonna say good enough for me. If you're saying from the camera, you're like, oh, he's over an 1/8 of an inch. That's your journey, not mine. Okay, so I'm good with it. Let's do this. Oh, I exploded on it. That's fine. And I came back on it about less than two finger width. So, all right. It's good. It gets harder as we go back. That's what's fun to look at with these things. Let's see if I can just find it. There it is. Got it. Got it. Got it. I'm blaming you guys. I'm totally behind the cue ball trying to explain what I'm doing. But that's good because it's distraction. And I like to train with distraction. Perfect. And that's why I invited you guys into my studio, quote unquote, finger quotes, and brought this distraction because I need that. Okay, 2 in a row to move back. A lot of pressure. Oh, that's so close. Okay, now that's not going to lose me a game, right? It's off to the right. There was a tiny twist of right on it, but if I can hit that in a game, that's going to get the cheddar. So just for fun, I'm going to move to the next one because meh. But just for fun, I'm going to try to tighten it up, clean it up, because I'm starting to feel in the shot. No, close. Lost it again, which is fine. But the whole point is my losing it is it goes forward a 1/4 inch. You know, it's not going forward very far. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to know what was going through my brain while I was talking to you guys, I was secretly getting loose in my grip. The looser I got, the more accurate I got, the more snap I got, the more acceleration I got. So this is where I get my best opportunity, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Okay. Cut it to the right, tiny bit of twist. You know, it was close. That's definitely not a chicken dinner winner. So we're gonna go back, aim a little bit more to the left, stay loose, accelerate, try to get ahead of the cue ball here. I'm kind of behind the cue ball. Okay, now I made the correction, ended up going too far to the left, and it is over a little bit. I didn't see the spin. It didn't look like it. None of these are really spinning that hard. So try it again. So a little bit right, a little bit left, a little army golf. We used to like to call it left, right, left. Okay, whoops. Try to go in the center. Try to go loose and accelerate. Okay, I like it. Call that a winner, frozen. Looked pretty much on the center. Might have been a little bit off, not enough to worry about. That'll get her done. And there I was very loose and I just extended and let my follow through get the right strike on the cue ball. Didn't try to steer it or... Okay, that one rolled forward. That one didn't feel like a deceleration. felt like I kind of aimed a little bit high on the cue ball and didn't get really any backspin. It just kind of stun rolled. It's kind of slid and then changed from stun slide, let's call it, to forward roll. So we're gonna try it again. We're gonna go a little lower and get that extended snap and that nice soft stick. Just like that. And the way I get it is I get real soft in my grip and just let it fall down through the pendulum. And that is perfect. So, try it again. Uh-oh, pressure. I want to go up table, but I got to stick it. I'm going to go. Okay, that was, it rocked forward. I'm taking it. And the reason why I'm taking it is because I want to move on. Okay? But let me see if I can prove it. I'll try one more time to prove it. Can I tighten it up? Because that was like literally 2 playing cards forward. So I would not lose with that shot in most cases when I'm playing pool. So let me see if I can do it again. Very loose back here. Low acceleration on the center. Oop, rocked forward even more. Okay, well now I just want to try to hit one better. Okay, so I need a little bit lower, and I like that pace. So I need to go lower and just let it snap in. I need to, yeah, basically what I'm trying to do when I do that is I'm trying to visualize those dots and make those dots spin back, right? So it slides and sticks when it's there. That was great. Good, great enough. So when I get on these training things and I'm here, I'm not chatting with you guys, that's what I'm trying to do, is when I'm down right here, I'm visualizing, right before I go, I'm trying to get those dots to make sure they're going backwards soft. And that was way too hard, which is fine. So then look at, okay, that's the most explosive miss I have, all right? All day, that's the most, almost the most, I mean, I might have came back a couple inches on one of these shots, but that's about as bad as I can hit that shot, and it still probably gets there. So what I'm saying is, that one's pure. Pure enough for me. What I'm saying is, that's how I'm trying to hit these strikes, okay? You can hit them any way you want. If you want to sit back here and hit this shot, aim higher on the cue ball and hit those shots, right? I mean, you're more than welcome to do it, okay? Let's hit it. Let's give you a fair shake at it. Higher, harder. Okay, that's fine. You can play that way. It's no problem. I'm not even making funny or anything, because look, it's pretty close. It's pretty decent. The problem is that if you haven't been playing for 40 years, you don't strike the balls accurately. So when you hit it like that, and then you get a little nervous, you do this, then you end up hitting that shot and getting hooked under pressure, right? So what I'm trying to suggest is that there's a speed that you can train at and hit at where you're gonna be far more accurate, okay? And not to get you too far down the rabbit hole on it, but the deal is, it's length of stroke, it's pendulum length, and the only way to get your pendulum short enough is to, well, not the only way. You can get it short by being stiff and just having a short or pendulum. But for me, I get into here and I flick it. But it's up to you guys. I don't want to suggest anybody doing that without like me sitting there with them live and working on it. So we won't worry about that. So now we're just going to go up table. I don't know if my hand's even in there. It's probably not. But it's just a short little stroke and a shot. Okay? So then I look at it and I'm like, okay, explosive air. And that's my explosive air. A little bit off to the right, a little too low, a little too long of a stroke. Not too low, excuse me. It's not too low. That stroke was plenty fine on the low. I want to hit it that low. I just don't want to hit it that hard. So I want to hit a little bit softer, and I want to hit it that low. So I'm going to aim low once, twice, and then I'm going to hit it like that. And it can't, still, that was an explosive, too much power shot. So we're gonna do it again. And I'm noticing that I'm hitting it pretty straight. I think, I was concerned about the low strike, but now I'll go back. The low strike looks good. It's just the length of stroke. And then we're gonna look for if it's hitting on center. Okay. Again, too hard of a stroke. And pretty straight. Pretty straight. Might be a little bit to the right. So I think my reason why I'm hitting too hard is that I think that there's all this distance that needs to get covered to get it there. And that's not necessarily true. It's a slick table. It's a clean ball. Okay, hold on. Run. That's better. It'll get there. And now I get it closer, right? Because I realize I don't really need all that energy transfer to get the ball there. It can take its time to get there on this shot. So I like it. Do it again. Even that shot. Yeah, it takes a little time to get there. It goes right in the center and it's almost stuck. Now, I can get on board under pressure. I'm not necessarily going to hit that shot. I might tip up a little bit and hit it a little harder, and then I just do this. Like that. That's probably the speed I want to hit it at. And that one stuck nice, okay? And I don't think that that shot that I just hit is that much harder than the initial shot. It's probably a little harder, but it needs to be harder because it needs to get another 4 or 5 feet on the object ball, so it needs to be a little harder, right? But we like it. Oops. Try to hit the same shot. Okay. And we're off by less than a finger width. Okay, so now we wanna progress, so let's try to stick it twice. We've kind of solved the shot-ish. We wanna stick it twice, so we're gonna aim. Nope, too much draw. I like the pace I hit it at. I just probably need to just tip up a little bit. There it is. That one I like. It's a little soft, but it's stuck, and I like it. So we'll try one more like that. And that was softer than the other ones, but it stuck nice, so we'll go for it again. Go low, go low, go low. Oh, I blasted backwards. Okay, no problem. That was cool. Okay, so I keep watching, I keep looking, I keep hitting. I'm on my ladder. I'm calm, I'm happy, I'm having fun. And I am feeling the heat, partly because it's freaking at least 80 degrees in my garage. And I should actually have my glove on. My hand is like sticky. And I'm feeling the heat because I want to progress, right? Oh, results focused guy, just kidding. But there's 20% of me that wants to move forward on the next shot. So do it again in loose and low and stick. I like it. That's nice. Loose, low, stick. So we'll try it again. Loose, low, stick. Loose, low, stick. Loose, low, stick. There it is. Loose, low, stick. Look at us. We got, whoops. We got little phrases we're coming up with. Okay. Now we're gonna go loose, low, stick from a little longer away. Loose, low, stick longer. Nice. Stuck it. First try. Okay, loose, low, stick longer. Loose, low, stick longer. Nice, 2 in a row. Loose, low, stick longer. All right, now, what do we got? Loose, low, stick longer, ashtray. Okay, loose, low, stick longer, ashtray. Downstroke, left and right, chicken wing, let's go. All right, that's fine. We'll call it good. Even my messed up mechanics everything can time out like a Jim Furyk on a golf swing. Okay, let's do it again. Ooh, rocked forward. Good. And we'll try it again. We'll add some acceleration. That seemed a little decel-y. Is that a word, decel-y? Decel battery. That was a nice shot. Ooh, we'll call that a point for the good guys. All right, we got 2 in a row. Let's see. That would have been the chicken dinner, but it's okay. So we hit it a little bit to the left, meaning we hit the right point. So it's good. Ooh, can we get 2 out of these 3 in a row? Whatever, whatever that means. Let's try. Nice. 1. Count Chocula. 2. Let's try. It's either gotta be this one, or I'm nothing, or this is it. Either this or I gotta start over. Yeah. I lost a little dignity with the ball wiping its feet, but it worked. Okay, so there we go. That's a little workout, right? And you saw me working on thickness, working on physics, a tiny bit on biomechanics, nothing on angles. You saw me patiently work through. You saw me spray the ball, meaning like missing the exact shot. So you saw me missing shots. You saw me making a lot of shots, and you saw me not freaking out about my mechanics, but just being aware. You also saw me or heard me talking about being a little behind the ball or in front of the ball, and that's a big thing, because when I start getting back here, I can start getting really behind the cue ball, meaning thinking too much about mechanics, and as I add distance, those mechanic thoughts cause big problems, right? Like say I go from here and I start laddering out to here, okay? Well, if I'm not perfectly like forward of the cue ball and on my thickness and all that stuff, this is a very distracting shot to hit if I'm not connected to the strike. I need to be connected to the strike as on every shot, I need to get connected to the strike, but especially when I get far away, I need to be super connected, meaning accelerating forward. Everything at the moment of the strike needs to be forward for me, and not like none of this positioning on the cue ball matters. Once I strike, I'm on the 3 and I hit it, right? Yeah, nice. And that's what I'm trying to say is we work on it on these closer shots where we don't have to worry about pocketing the ball and we can just be present. And then as we get farther, ooh, big overcorrection. Because I was hitting this side, so I corrected over to the right and it was too much. But see, as we get farther, this is a tougher shot. I mean, this is a really tough shot, especially if I'm hitting that slow, sticky spot, like shot that I'm trying to hit. Yeah, just a tough shot. So, you know, eventually I would ladder out that way, ladder farther away and hit these shots. But this is really kind of like a warm-up kind of thing. So you could do some sort of warm-up like this. I don't even know how long we've been going. You know, if I was doing it without talking, it would have gone probably twice as fast. But like, say it's a 30-minute, 40-minute workout. This is excellent to cover the things that you need to cover. It doesn't bring in geometry angles at all, but it's more about thickness, physics, and some stroke stuff. So it's a good workout for the first week, and we'll just keep adding stuff, right? It's not going to just be stroke stuff and thickness stuff and physics stuff. It'll always be some of that, but this didn't bring any geometry, and maybe next week we'll bring in some angles. I don't know what I want to do. We'll just figure it out, right? But for now, this is a good start, and we'll find a workout for next week. And I hope you guys pick some stuff up from this. And, you know, if you need to hit the cue ball a little higher and slide it a little harder from distance, please do. It's no problem. If you need to hit this shot like this from here, okay? If you need to hit towards center and hit your stop shot at that pace, that's totally up to you and fine. What I'm gonna suggest to you is as you get, let's say this far away, and you get back here and you hit it at that pace, that rocket pace, it looks good when you make it. It's just, it's very, it's less good when you miss it, right? And then I'll give you one more thing, okay? I'm trying to explain why the smooth pace. Okay, so we got this shot and we're shooting it up table, okay? If I shoot it at the pace that's softer, oops, I was too far up the rail. I'm trying to show you guys something. We could, obviously you guys know this, but you can touch that side rail going in. Well, there it goes, right in the middle. Okay, I'm not gonna sit there and do this for a half hour. This is a simple way to do it. I'm gonna push it in nice and smooth into the rail. It goes in. Now, I'm gonna hit that same shot like that, okay? You might think I cheated. I'll try to get down a little lower. Okay, I got it. A little higher, just a little bit. There it is, okay? So I think that one hit here. My first one hit about here, you know. So that's kind of the way I'm trying to like have you guys understand, is that when you're hitting this shot and you need to hit a stop shot on this ball, you get really good control, and if you touch the rail going in, it doesn't matter, right? Versus the guy that hits this shot, same shot, and hits it harder, you lose the cue ball, and if I didn't hit exactly dead center and I hit out here, it likely would have rattled. So mess with it, see if you like it. If you don't, that's totally fine. Aim higher on the cue ball and smash it. So smash it. Play the smash style, I don't care. No, I'm being a jerk. I'm sorry. I should probably edit all this out, but I don't have the editing capacity. All I'm saying is that if you hit the cue ball higher, it's totally fine to slide the cue ball there. I just think it's gonna be less optimal than finding a nice, smooth, accurate strike. The other reason why, okay, now we're in a rabbit hole, right? If I can only hit the cue ball, okay, I'll go from the side so you guys can see it. Now you got me explaining myself. Okay, if I can only hit the cue ball this low comfortably to hit a stop shot or a draw shot's here, well, the problem is I need to be down here to hit a really good draw shot, right? I need to be lower on the cue ball to hit a draw shot. So do I want to do that at super speed and just keep trying to hit the cue ball that low? Or do I want to train it on this ladder and see how low that is? Even that's drawing back, right? We train this low strike with this short stroke. So like this stroke here, accelerate. That stroke there is the same stroke, sorry, as this one. It's just longer, okay? It's still quiet, and it comes back. So it's the same stroke, it's just longer. So what I'm saying is the reason why I like hitting these shots and trying to hit it as low as possible and understand the physics so intimately and be so connected with this is because as we draw the cue ball and as we follow the cue ball, the more comfortable we are lower, the more comfortable we are higher. The more comfortable we are lower and higher, the more comfortable we left or right. And we do it on these little shots to find that comfort, and we use it because we realize we have to accelerate with a shorter stroke length. Then all we do is lengthen out our stroke and we have a big, powerful stroke. And I know this because I used to shit my pants whenever I had to draw the cue ball over 4 or 5 diamonds, and it was really brutal for me. Now it's very easy for me to be calm and to be quiet and to draw the cue ball back. I still have like decades of like chipping it off the table and panicking, but because I've worked on striking the ball so low, I can just lengthen out my stroke and draw it back, right? See how quiet that is? How simple it is? Now, that was a very soft, quiet stroke with, you know, I don't know, I probably drew it back 8 feet or something. And I wouldn't be able to do that same stroke. I'd have to hit that ball so much harder if I was gonna tip up 2 tips. The old me that couldn't get low enough on the cue ball and couldn't be confident and was chipping everything would have to tip up here higher and hit this. And it's like I snap it as hard as I can with all this force and I barely draw it back 6 feet. The other one was quiet, smooth, accelerate, low strike, and it just zips back, you know, kind of effortlessly. So that's what I'm trying to like show you guys with this and teach you. That's where I'd like this to lead for you, because that'll also lead to an accelerating break. It's a smash break too. Really nice, snappy follow. It's something that is it's valuable. That's all. To hit the ball as soft as you can with the most generated energy that you can helps your accuracy. Obviously, helps your power. And as you get farther down on that cue ball, you get more action, more snap. Higher on the cue ball, the same. Left or right, you get more fancy tone stuff if you need it. So, okay, that's it. Hopefully this helped. Week 1 training in the books. Try it out.